Okay, so something happened, and I feel like I need to talk about it. Um, and it's probably better for me to make a video to talk about it than to tell each of you individually about this. So I've had a little space to think about what has happened, and it's a hilarious story. It's about my children, and it's about getting vaccinated. So, this past Friday, when my kids got off the bus, I told them, we're going to go get our flu shot and we're going to do it as a family. Immediately, my son starts freaking out, right? We're going to get a shot. We're going to get a shot. I don't want to get a shot. Don't make me get a shot. Okay, so I tell him, and I'm talking to him on the way there, that, well, this is important that every year we get our flu shots. This time, though, we're doing it a little differently. You don't get it at school. You're not going to get it at a doctor's office. But we can go as a family to Walgreens and we can get our shots. And I said, I also need to pick up some medication. So this is like a perfect time to go. We can do both things. All right. So we go to Walgreens. Now, for those of you who know me locally, and perhaps you went to council, you remember Joe Price, who is a pharmacist, and he works at Walgreens. Now, Joe and we haven't seen each other really in about 20 years. I think I've spoken to him one time in 20 years because I realized that he worked there. And at some point when I was picking up my medication, he was there. So I said, hey, right? So we go, and Joe's there, of course. And I noticed that there are other people waiting to get their flu shots. And there are other people doing their flu shots. And if you've ever gone to Walgreens to get a flu shot, they'll take you in a little room off to the side. So, it's not out in the waiting room or anything like that. You're by yourself. So we're waiting, and I've already picked up my medication. And William is like, are you ready to go? Are we going? And I'm like, no, we're waiting for our flu shots. But Mommy, you have that medication. That will keep us healthy through the winter. And I'm like, no, that's not what this is for. But Mommy, you already got your medicine. Like, it's fine. We'll be fine. I'll be healthy. I promise I'll be healthy, right? So he's already having an emotional breakdown in the waiting room area, which is really just 3 chairs. He's just all over the place. And then it's like he's having this internal monologue, but he's saying it out loud. So he goes, I need to get out of here. I need to make a break for it. I need to run out. I need to go. I need to go. I gotta go. I need to get out of here. And now I'm standing in front of the chair that he's laying in this chair now, right? And so I'm standing there, and he's just, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. And I'm like, William, you're gonna be fine. We're doing this together. Like last year you got it done at school. You didn't have Sissy or me with you. Like, you're fine. Lo and behold, Joe walks out with our medication. So he is the guy who gave us the shots, right? And I was like, hey, Joe. And he's like, hey. And of course, William is still all to pieces. Oh, God, this is horrible, right? And we go in the room, and Joe's telling them, hey, I went to high school with your mom. Just trying to make small talk. Well, William is not having it, okay? So I sit down and get my shot first. William hops up off my lap, and he runs over to the door. Now, the door has a handle on it that, you pull down. So he's trying to wiggle the handle. He's trying to make a break for it. He's trying to get out, right? And he's talking to himself, but out loud, instead of internally saying it all outside. So Joe's saying to him, look, see, when I put this on your mommy, now she's not going to feel this at all. And then he does it. And William is just tears, crying. Now, remember, this is the time of the pandemic. We all have on masks. So it's just tears and snot and all this, all over his mask, just crazy. So when I'm done, I get up to calm down William, and Samantha sits down to get her shot, and she does great. But while this is happening, I'm over with William, and I'm trying to talk to him. William, what is it about this that is freaking you out? Is it the needle? Is it looking? Because he didn't seem like he wanted to look at anything. I was like, you don't have to look away. Don't even look at him. Let him do the shot, and you can just look somewhere else. I'm like, I can hold you, or I can let you do this on your own. You can be a big boy. You can do, whatever. So he's still crying, tears, right? Oh my God, the world is ending. So Samantha gets up, because she's done. She did a really good job, right? No tears, all this kind of stuff. She was like, I got this, Mom. So she stands back up. Now it's William's turn. So Joe starts telling William, hey, you let's do this, because if you were to get sick, you might have to have more shots, and this is preventative. And I'm telling William too, like, you go to school more than any of us. If anybody's going to get the flu, it's probably going to be you, and you don't want the flu. Like, if you even have some flu symptoms, everyone thinks it's COVID right now. You're going to be home. Like, you need to get this shot. It's good for you. It keeps you healthy. All these things, but William just so then he decides, okay, you've made a convincing argument about the fact that I got this done last time, so I am okay with this. So he's standing at the door and he goes, I'll take the shot. Like, great. He goes, but I'm going to take it here. Right? So he's standing at the door and he's like, I'm taking it here. You can come over to me. And I'm like, no, you will either sit or you will stand here and get your shot. No. So I go over to him. I'm like trying to get him over to the chair, get him over. And I'm also trying to help him. So he, during this fiasco, has taken his arms inside his shirt. So now his shirt sleeves are like here and here, but his arms are inside. He's like hugging himself, right? He doesn't want this shot. So I'm moving him over, and then I try to take his arm back through his sleeve. And he's like, I don't want this shirt. Take this shirt off. And he shoves his shirt off. So now here's my child, shirtless, at a Walgreens, still freaking out. He's like, I'll take it here. Let me just take it here. Let me take it here. And at this point, Samantha chimes in. William? What? I can see your underwear. Okay. William has on pants, but they're not like tight-fitting pants. So you can see like the waistband of his underwear. And William goes, oh, you want to see it? He proceeds to pull down his pants and essentially expose. Now he kept his underwear on, but he exposed his underwear and he like shook his body back and forth and was like, oh, you want to see it? I go over to him and I'm like, William, put your pants up. Eventually, William gets a shot, and he is fine. But I am mortified. And so I say to Joe, when this is all over, I bet you didn't know you were going to get flashed today. To which Joe said, he made a comment about how he has a son who has recently figured out that he has a penis. And so he's like, playing with it and, doing different things like that, like, running through houses and stuff. But we get out. So this is the other part of this. So it's over. I apologize. We go outside. Now I'm holding William's hand. We're walking through the parking lot. And I said, William, yeah, Mom, we've got to talk about what just happened. What? I said, how you acted in there? What are you talking about? You pulled your pants down and you showed a pharmacist that you don't know your underwear. Oh my God, Mommy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't tell Daddy. Don't tell Daddy. Essentially, my son blacked out. That's all I can think of. But this was the most intense flu shot that I've ever been a part of. I mean, this was rough. So, then I had to call everybody, like my mom and, of course, Patrick, to tell him that our son is essentially Cartman from South Park, who, I don't know if you've seen that episode, but he gets completely naked and runs around like a pig, and the doctor can't give him a shot. That's essentially what William was. Or you could say William's a little bit like Ricky Bobby, where he just strips off his clothes and starts running around. Like that's my child. So we'll see how it goes next year.